Hi everyone, I'm Ian McIntyre. This, of course, the man, the legend, no introduction needed, Cam Cole. We've managed to corner him before he actually retires this week after 41 years.
And a day.
And a day. Is it really 41 years and a day? I hope they're paying you for the extra day.
Oh yeah.
41 years and a day as a sports writer in Canada, and for most of that time, I know this will embarrass you, but the preeminent sports writer in Canada. Now, if I covered one British Open, that would probably be a career highlight for me. Cam, you happen to do 66. You've covered just about every Stanley Cup from the last 25 years, Super Bowls, World Figure Skating Championships. I can't imagine, that breadth of experience that you've had. What is the best to you? What's most memorable to you about the things that you have done in your career?
Well, the most memorable things don't have anything to do with writing, really. I caddied for Jack Nicklaus one time, my childhood golf hero. I played Augusta National 3 times because of incredible luck at winning the writer's lottery. I got through an earthquake in San Francisco in 1989 during the World Series and wrote about that. And there's been a lot of things that have told me in my lifetime that I've been one really lucky guy, including getting hit by lightning one time and with no apparent really ill effects other than the ability to talk about it. So
I'm sure it corrected some things because this was before you became a writer.
This is actually true.
Yeah. Now, what did you shoot at Augusta?
83, 84, 84. The 83, I thought, boy, I'm really going to fix this next time because I'm going to know where not to hit it. I did everything worse the second and third times.
Now, 41 years at roughly, 250 columns a year? I can't do the math on that. I think it's 10,000.
10 million words. I really, honestly, I think it's 10 million words.
10 million words. So what stands out to you as far as actual stories? When you think back in your career and your grandchildren want to know, Grandpa, what was your best story? What stands out to you as your most memorable one?
I think the most memorable story was the day that I left Toronto to cover Wayne Gretzky's final game as a New York Rangers, final game in the National Hockey League, and wrote a kind of a retrospective piece on my interaction with him over the years and his career and what people thought of him, what I knew of him, and it turned out to be quite an emotional story for me. And beyond that, probably playing Carnoustie the day after Jean Van de Velde melted down there in 1990 at the Open Championship and being able to play with the past captain of a Carnoustie and blundering my way around that course. That was a lot of fun.
I know you had have a special relationship with Gretzky. You spent 23 years at the Edmonton Journal before going to the National Post, the last 11 years here at the Vancouver Sun. But your career also encompassed Michael Jordan towards the end. You're known for your golf work, universally, and you covered Tiger Woods, who some people say is the greatest. Who's the best athlete that you ever covered?
Well, it wouldn't be Tiger Woods, if only because nobody associates golf with athletics. I honestly, I really think, I think Gretzky was unparalleled. I just think he was so far ahead of the curve in terms of thinking the game and just being a driving force in how the game was played. People adopted things that Gretzky did years after he did them, and and as far as being a guy and an approachable guy and a guy that would talk about just about anything, not excitingly, but honestly, I have all the admiration in the world for Wayne.
Now, I don't imagine he ever screamed in your face and called you names, but who was the most irate subject that you've ever come across, I presume, after you've written about him or her?
Probably Peter Pocklington, the owner of the Edmonton Oilers for all those years.
Well, he deserved it, I'm sure.
He called a press conference one time that I attended, wondering what possible news he would have for that day. And the news was he was going to sue me for something I'd written in the newspaper. And all the media in Edmonton was at Northlands Coliseum for this great announcement. And I'm sitting there going, wow, this is great. And all the TV cameras pivoted from Peter to me. And I'm sitting there going, whoa, this is great.
Yeah, well, don't let anybody find out you've now got this buyout because you can now afford to pay whatever people come after you for. How has the business changed? And are you getting out at the right time? Do you feel like your career, are you satisfied with everything that you've done?
I am satisfied. I've had an incredible run. The company has treated me great for 41 years. I've never had to go look for a job. They've sent me all over the world. What have I got to complain about? Nothing. I would say that the business, though, is so different from how we were and how you were when you started in the business, with the ability to interview players individually and you know, just not have any question you asked, you know, intercepted by 15 other people in the team's webcams and all kinds of stuff. It was a different time, but you know, and when I started, frankly, I worked on a portable typewriter. I took my copy from the, you know, whatever we were covering in Calgary or whatever, across the street to the CNCP office to the guy wearing the green visor, and he tapped it in on a telegraph key. And when I tell this to young writers, they go, "You must be 100 years old." And I go, no, not quite. But you know, the business has changed to the point where you could literally write your story on an iPhone and have it in 10 seconds after you file it, and then it would take like 6 hours for somebody to process it. But that's a whole other story.
Well, I'm envious of you for what you were able to do in your career. There's never going to be another career like that, because the times have changed and you're leaving, but I'll still be here on Vancouver
And best
Sun
of luck to you, Ian.
What's that Montreal Canadiens saying? To failing hands the torch is passed?
No, I think from failing.
Well, it was an honor to work with you.
Thanks,
Happy
Ian.
retirement.
Thank you.